Aloha guys, this is Jason from Hawaii. I'm doing my mini review of Redemption number 1. Now this is an AWA comic. It's written by Krista Faust, art by Mike Deodato Jr., and colors by Lee Lowridge. Now this is the same creative team that did the other AWA miniseries called Bad Mother. Now, basically, Redemption is the name of the comic, but also it's the name of the this post-apocalyptic Western town in the story as well. So basically, overall, the story is about a post-apocalyptic story, that's ruled by, basically by, one man. And I think, and I want to say it's more that one man is Preacher Nathan. And his, I would say probably his right arm man is Sheriff Gage. So Redemption is it's kind of like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome meets Unforgiven. It's a great story. The main character is Kat Turner, who is referred as the Butcher, and I love this character because she's a very she's a real strong female character. And the other thing that's really good about this is that she's a little bit older, because usually normally we'd see female characters as as young and very strong-willed characters, but this one, Kat Turner, she's she's a little bit she's a little bit more matured, and again, she's a very strong female character. It's a great story. Basically, the story takes place, talks about redemption. It also gives, starts giving a little bit background of Kat Turner as well. And it's like towards the end of this issue, we finally get to see and meet Kat Turner. And it's pretty awesome. Again, the art is done by Mike Deodato Jr. The art is very beautiful. I've seen Mike Deodato's other works, but this one in this comic book, it's really very beautiful. It's well drawn. It's well drawn out. It's very beautiful. Also too, what I also like about Redemption as well too is that not only the art by Mike Deodato Jr. What's pretty cool is that he also uses I want to say it looks like he kind of uses some photo actors, like kind of like photorealistic actors, or he tried to get their likeness. That's what it is I'm trying to say. He's trying to get some actors' likeness of who would play these characters, like the bad guy, Preacher Nathan. He sort of looks like Lance Hendrickson, the actor from Aliens, and of course from the famous TV series Millennium. Kat Turner, I swear she kind of, she sort of resembles, Robin Wright. And for some reason, if they ever do make a movie, I hope that they do get Robin Wright for this role. Sheriff Gage, I don't know, which actor they're going for, but the thing I love about Sheriff Gage was he sort of looks like, sort of has that similar resemblance towards Jonah Hex. Not the mouth part, the eye part, and it looks pretty cool. That was the thing I really caught on to that. If you guys do pick up this comic book, it came out last week. I want to say it was like, I think, what was it, like February 10th or something. So so hopefully it's still in stores. If you guys do pick this comic book up, please read the back matter as well. I love Krista Faust explaining about her story and so forth. The thing I really loved about it is that she explained that in this post-apocalyptic world, it was not one singular event that triggered the wipeout of the world. It was a combination of things, of disease, civil unrest, basically a slowdown or breakdown in society that led up to all this. So if you guys get a chance, pick up Redemption number 1 by AWA. My rating for this, I'm going to say it's for fun and profit. I can see this being optioned as a movie. So if you guys get a chance, like I said, pick up Redemption number one. I forgot to mention to you that it's a 5-part mini series. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna say, please keep reading your comics and then just enjoy what you're reading. All right, that's it, guys. Aloha. This is Jason from Hawaii. I'm doing a mini review of Casual Fling by writer Jason Starr. The artist, I'm going to try to pronounce his name, Dalibor Dalajic, and colorist Marco Lesko. Now, Casual Fling is a 4-part miniseries from AWA. It came out last week on February 10th. Now, basically, in a nutshell, it's basically the story is like Fatal Attraction. But for me, the little twist is it's not the man that cheats on his wife, but it's the wife that cheats on her husband. So, basically, let me introduce you to the players, because to me, I don't think this story has any, someone who's the protagonist or antagonist. To me, I think they're just players in this story. The player is, of course, the wife is Jennifer, and then the person she cheats with is one of her clients, is Alex Miles. Now, the thing is, her husband, throughout the whole, I just noticed this. I had to flip through the comic book to see, to see what her husband's name is. And I'm going to be honest with you, I looked through it a couple times. I couldn't find the husband's name. So I thought that was a very interesting thing. So, but let me at least describe the husband a little bit. The husband is basically, as Jennifer talks about in this issue, is that basically he's an IT, a computer guy, an IT guy, and he's supposed to be doing some consults and so forth, but mostly he's just been basically a stay-at-home dad. And to me, he's a little bit like, kind of a needy guy. And what I mean by that is, a couple times throughout the issue is that, in the opening scene is that, he's burning breakfast already, and a couple pages in, he has to call Jennifer to ask her, where's the diapers in the diaper bag? You packed the bag, where's the diapers? So I'm kind of going, part of me is kind of like, dude, you're the husband, you've been home, for at least a year or two. You should be able to handle this down and have, you should be packing the diaper bags and so forth like that. So what I really love about this story, this first issue, is that it's about everyday people. It's about, kind of like an everyday marriage type deal, because the opening scene is, it's all it is, the husband making breakfast for the 2 kids, and and Jennifer is trying to get ready for work, and all it is just, hey, don't forget, so and so's recitals tonight. Yes, I'll be there. What time is it? I told you, 7:00. And it's all like, it's all of, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do this. And then as the issue continues on, there is this, Jennifer has to, is part of this huge presentation to get another, and I think she's a lawyer, or something. So she's trying to get another, she's entertaining another company. I guess they're trying to bring in as clients. So then, all of a sudden, at the end of the meeting, they're going, oh yes, by the way, we're having these drinks tonight. And people are starting going, I can't make it. And then someone looks at Jennifer and goes, I guess I'll go. So she has to miss her daughter's recital, basically. But the thing is, that's when things start picking up. Then she starts meeting Alex Miles. So, and what's pretty cool is that I love this part. There's a, for 2 pages, Jason Starr and Dalibor Dalajic, the artist. What it is pretty cool, because on, they basically, on one page they do a 6-panel thing, and for basically, so for, so, and it's pretty cool, because all of a sudden, you see Jennifer and Alex just talking, and it's like they're clicking on all cylinders. Basically, they're talking about, they're talking about their likes, their dislikes, their family backgrounds, and you can see them really connecting, and then if I remember correctly, I think Alex proposes that he should come back to the hotel or something. She's like, no, and then eventually, you know, eventually, she runs into him again, Alex, at a coffee shop the next day. And then, he tells her, hey, I'm going to be in town one more day. So, and then she just basically does it. She has this one night stand with him. She feels guilty about it. She tries to make up for with her husband and kids. They decide to do a family night out. She's buying these concert tickets for her husband. So, but then all of a sudden, in the middle of this family outing during dinner time, Alex calls and he says, hey, I'm going to be in town. Another a little while longer. Hey, how about we meet up? And she's kind of like, no, no, no. And he's kind of go, yeah, I think we should. So it's real, this is, these are the little things, that's getting a little suspenseful, and the thing about it is that, again, this comic to me, what I really like about it is it's about everyday people. It's basically a slice of life of everyday people. And then the thing is, and it's just that, and also too is that, the wife made a mistake. Now, I'm not pointing blame or anything. She made a mistake, but now it's like now she has to deal with the consequences of this. So like I said, this is a really great story. I can't wait for the other issues. I can't wait for the other issues to come out. So I can't really see where this story really goes. So, if you guys get a chance, pick up Casual Fling #1. My rating on this, I know the subject matter is a little heavy, it's a little deep, but I'm going to stick with I know. So my rating on this is going to be a fun read. But like I said, there's a lot of layers to this. It's a really good story. So, that's it, guys. Like I said, enjoy the comics you read. Read what you love, guys, okay? Thank you for listening. Until next time, aloha. This is Jason from Hawaii. I'm doing a review on a 2017 trade paperback. It's Spencer and Locke. Now, this 4-part miniseries came out in 2016. The trade paperback came out in 2017. It's written by David Pepose, art by Jorge Santiago Jr., and colors by Jansen Smith. Now, when I first heard about this premise, Spencer and Locke, probably back about maybe 2000, probably about 2015, 2016, I thought this was a great premise. And then, of course, just earlier this year, I interviewed David Pepose, so it really got me going. He's like, I want to pick up this trade. I want to, I really, want to get this trade and, read this. So basically what it is, the premise is basically Calvin and Hobbes are cops in Sin City. Spencer is the 6-foot panther, and Locke is now a detective. So what it is that both Spencer and Locke are investigating the murder of Locke's childhood sweetheart, Sophie. Locke is a very damaged soul. He's a very damaged character, in this book. What it is, and basically what it is that, the opening page basically sets up the premise of how Locke's childhood was. It starts off with a sort of a Calvin and Hobbes take, of Locke and and Spencer, going off to do mischievous things in the, literally in the middle of the night, and basically Locke's mom catches him, and basically instead of just starts yelling at him and telling him to start, heading back home, she decides to beat him. So as you can see already, the pattern of abuse that Locke has endured, as a child. There's a lot, to me, there was a lot of layers in this book. The layer of basically, the adults, when Locke as a child, the adults basically failed him. Basically, and instead of loving and protecting Locke, basically they abused him, in every way, so it was very eye opening. The story is really good. It's very eye opening. Also, but as the story progressed, and also to, I'm going to say, David Pepose, to me, I basically I went through this through this trade in like less than 2 days, because the story really moves, and the other thing I like about it too is that no one stood there and you didn't see any characters go, or you don't see Locke going, and this is why I became a cop, and and then we have this huge, these like 3 or 4 word balloons in one panel explaining why he became a police officer and blah blah blah. No, it just kept moving because I think David Pepos respects the readers and kind of and respects the readers and lets the readers kind of figure out to let them know this is what's going on. Let me just show you what's going on, and and I don't need to explain it to you what's going on. And that's really good. That's why I like why the story, to me, that's why the story really moved, really moved fast. Like I said, this story has a lot of layers. To me, also too, it's a story about forgiving oneself. It's also there's I would say there's also how to overcome past traumas and grow beyond that. And I'm going to say in a weird way, it's about unconditional love. Because Spencer and Locke, even though Spencer is still literally, this stuffed animal that Locke walks around with, Locke is, his only friend that, loves him unconditionally and accepts him for who he is. So like I said, I know in a weird way, it's a story also about unconditional love. So if you guys get a chance, if you guys get a chance, pick up the Spencer and Locke Volume 1 trade paperback, if you guys get a chance. So also too, my rating for the Spencer and Locke trade, it's fun. I know there's a lot of heavy subject matters in this, but I'm going to rate this as a fun. It's a good story to read. If you have, or if you can track down Spencer and Locke #1, that's going to be, I'm going to rate that as a fun and profit. The reason is that there are talks about, optioning this as probably as a movie. So, so if you guys have Spencer and Locke #1, keep that, or try to, look for a cheap copy of Spencer and Locke #1. So, again, guys, enjoy the comics you read. Love what you read, That's it for me. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time, guys. Aloha.